Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Next receivers will spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
A first down carry for Davis. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain just 1.
And the midfield stuffed Allen up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
First down, Bill.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But now he appears to be in some pain. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Throwing now is Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 26 yards. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Score Bills 7, Texans nothing. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. looking to put a drive together. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important during your drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Hardman on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That looked like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, out is Tommy Doman to punt for Buffalo. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. But for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And no one happier. C.J. Stroud was drafted than Nico Collins. He's had over 1,000 yards each season since Stroud came to town. What a great relationship those two have. Almost symbiotic in what they get done.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He did an okay job of absorbing a hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Allen. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Bills' 49-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now a 2nd and 6. Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all the open, but still all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Stroud working out of the gun. And he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
19-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
And Stroud now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get into it. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal.
53-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit. And then tonight to see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that well, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Shakir hauls it in. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 67 yards. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Tyler Bass.
Here's Bass now to send it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
On a whole new level, the rhythm is the bass chords, strings, brains, melodies, funk.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Stroud over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
That's a gain of 3.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Not many moves just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur to this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when they set on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. That's caught right side by Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9 yards.
The hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one quickly and avoids the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Up the middle. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And he's got it inside the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Stroud out of the gun here. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A final shot before half for Allen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it is.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Stroud. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 52 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra point.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Allen now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Inside give to Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A gain of 5.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Davis will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Cook. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 points and a response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take on.
There was no sweat on my rep last time that I checked. I was selling in the set. $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, the respect, and the power and the come next. Last time that I checked. No cosign, I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine and I'll take
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. They go to gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nowadays, you have to be an all-around running back to stick in the NFL, and that's exactly what this guy is. He is such a weapon in the receiving game, and we saw it again there. He's got soft hands, and then we know how dangerous he is when the ball is in his hands.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Second down and 3. Stroud to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Stroud. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Davis running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Henry Toto got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw, it's Allen. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll go with the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And tough slide. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
Palmer going in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Brings up
So after the
second
loss
and
of a
11.
yard, they'll look to push
At the
forward here on
21-yard
second
line.
down and 11. Now Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Allen to throw once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As Stroud now to throw. On a slant, here's Collins. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
23, Texans 13. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get into our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And 3 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2 and only got 1. 4th down.
Praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Stroud. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Stroud working out of the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Hardman to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense is going to have excellent field position. They take it with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 74 yards rushing for him now, and that was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now,
I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Buffalo, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.